All right, welcome to the Great Minds Podcast. This is Derrick.
This is Vaughn.
And we're here with Chris Silva. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Chris?
Thank you for taking some time to sit with us. So, brief introduction for Chris Silva. He is from Gabon. He currently plays for the Miami Heat. Played under Coach Martin at South Carolina, and played his high school ball at Rosa Catholic. So, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, man.
So what was it? I guess we'll get into the beginning. Prior to you coming to the United States, what was it like for you growing up in Gabon? Like, what'd you do there? What was popular there? What was some things you enjoyed there?
I mean, soccer is the number one sport.
Yep.
And it's by the water, so I love going to the beach every Sunday. With my friends and my family and swim and stuff. And I mean, like to play basketball over there, you gotta be old. And like if you're young, you just gotta like practice and then like play pickup at the end of practice. That's basically it. And I mean, it's a little bit similar to Miami in terms of the water and like the temperature and like all that type of stuff. But I mean, in terms of basketball, like my country is like low. Like there's not much of it to watch in terms of basketball. So. I mean,
yeah, Chris, definitely. I was going to mention that about the other sports, because I kind of figured that I was thinking about soccer. You know, I kind of thought that probably soccer was number one, because my daughter, she plays soccer and she loves it. So I know typically in all throughout the country, all throughout the world, really soccer is the number one sport. We all know that. So in swimming, has soccer and swimming, has that helped you out with basketball as far as like with footwork and things like that?
Yeah, I remember when I was back home, and some days, some Sundays, I was just when I started growing and like playing the club. Sundays, I used to like go in the beach and like just work out, just in terms of like getting the workout or like run on the sand, just to like get a leg workout and all that. Yeah, it kind of helped me. It kind of helped me. Even soccer, when I play soccer, is like, you said foot-eye coordination. So they helped me with the footwork, like in basketball. So
definitely.
So when you moved over to the United States, what was it like adapting to the culture, to the people? What are certain things you had to change? Anything like that?
Yeah, it was really hard because when I got here, I wasn't speaking any word of English. So, like, to me, like people around were just making sounds like it's weird. like it's weird. Like you actually gotta live it. Like you walk, and people like all you hear is like until like a couple months in, like say 3 months, I started to understand better and like a little bit right with going to school and like learning and like interacting with people and all that. So it was really difficult. It was difficult to learn English, like English and my language, French, like are really opposite. Like it's weird. Like when you learn English, you like it. Like English is confusing, but when you learn my language, you like, man, my language is confusing too. It's like two opposite language.
Gotcha.
So how when you're playing in high school, do you have teammates that would help you out with that, and how does that work in regards to like on the court? Because I know as far as communicating, were you able to communicate well on the court, or was it more just like reacting to what you were seeing?
It was more like watching. And then when it's my turn to go in, like repeating like a robot, that's a little bit like it. And like when I was working out with my coach, he was like more the same thing. Like he go on the court and like do what he want me to do when I see, and then I go on the court and perform.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now, I know you're close, very close with Coach Sachs. Rest in peace to him. How did losing him affect you?
From the day I came to the United States in 2012 to like now, it was always like me and him just together, you know. And when I came here, it was like hard. Like I wasn't trusting nobody, and like I just had a dream that I wanted to make it to the NBA. So, like when I came, he's the one that picked me up to the airport, and I told him I wanted to go to the NBA. Since then, it's just been like a lot of things happening up and down, and like we just been together. Like people came, and like there's people that just left. People that was like, oh, I want to help you, but like with time, just disappear.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're definitely sorry for your loss with that. Definitely sorry for that. How'd you first like Jersey when you came here? Besides the English part and it getting a little cold out here, how'd you like it when you first came in your first winter? I would say up here.
It was good, man. It was different. It was cold. It was cold for sure, but I think hold on, I think here for the testing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so it was just cold, you know. And where I'm from, it's hot, you know. Like I say, it's a little bit like Miami. It's like hot all year long. So it was really cold. It was cool to see the snow and all that. But like, I mean, Coach Tommy was just like from that day on, we just kept working out every day, like every day, and like sometimes like take like a day off for like once in a month or something like that. So I mean, we've been through it together. So
Yeah.
like I remember holidays when like everybody wasn't going to school and like taking off and staying with their family. He used to like call me and be like, I don't want you to stay long, come to my house and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like say no, and then went once, and then that's all. Like every holiday I kept going now. It was just like where I used to go. Like when I know there's a holiday, that's where I go.
Yeah.
That's dope. You have a second family, an extension, a family. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, and then I went to college, and then that was like the ritual every summer. Just come back to Jersey every 5 a.m. Wake up with him and like work out. Like have the rest of the day off, and like when he come back after work and like cook together, be at the pool, eat, like just a good time.
Yeah,
definitely.
I was going to transition to your college days. This is a 2-part question. Why'd you pick South Carolina, and how was it playing under Coach Martin? I don't know him personally. I see him in like press conferences. I see him coaching the sideline, and he looks like
very intense.
He's intense. He doesn't mess around. Why'd you choose that, and how was it playing under Coach Martin?
I chose that because the coach he was. You know, when I visited the school, and he told me that every day he was gonna push me and all that. And I mean, I visited like 4 other schools, and all they was talking about was, listen, when you come here, like, who's your favorite player? We gonna let you ball. We gonna all that. And in my head, I was like, all right, all that sounds good, but what happens if I go to a school and then like things don't happen the way you're supposed to happen, and then
right,
like they start for me or whatever, or like I mean they let me do whatever I want, and then I start getting lazy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was the thing that I thought. I was like, I probably won't have nobody to like tell me like, yo, you like come on, go work or whatever. So I was like, all right, I want the coach that was gonna push me every day. Like,
Definitely.
I wasn't scared of like what people was. I committed to South Carolina because even after I committed, people was like, yo, you see, like they was coming to me like, yo, watch this video, like you saw this on like, you sure you want to go there? Like, don't go there, man, like, all that. But when I went there, and then that's exactly what happened. Like, on freshman year, he like holds me accountable, challenge me, the seniors.
And that's what you really needed too, you know, coming from, you know, leaving Jersey, leaving that family that you had, going to South Carolina. You need somebody that's going to still be on top of you and make sure you're getting stuff done. So I wanted to ask, so what was your biggest kind of like adjustment? So coming from high school to college, what was your adjustments you had to make, or what did you see that was different? You know, was the game faster? What was going on?
It became like a professional life, you know. It was like from the morning to nighttime, all you was doing it was like for that team, you know, like going to class and
it's a job.
Class is like going straight to the weight room. After the weight room, you going to like 3 hours practice. After that, you go straight to study hall and stay till like 10 and do that shit every day. Like it was, you know, and like it's not like you going to practice to like a regular practice. You going to the intense practice with friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when I got there, it wasn't the same thing in high school where we had simple things and like just hoop. You know, that was dying in high school. High school was just like we had 2 or 3 plays to look organized, but like the most of the game, it's just a hoop. Like when I got there, it was like a system. We gotta learn that system. If you don't know the system, you can't play.
Yeah.
And that's all. Like I started like thinking that, oh damn, like we don't just hoop. Like have fun. I mean, we have fun, but like we don't just have fun. Like just have fun. Like you gotta be up in the standard to the next level now. Like you gotta have fun, but you gotta work really hard.
Yeah,
really hard.
And then you win a conference where you gotta bring it every night too.
Yeah,
you know, it's not like you know at Roselle Catholic you get a cupcake every now and then, and the game like you get in Kentucky twice.
Yeah, we had like, I mean, we in high school we had New Jersey had a good competition, but
yeah, definitely.
It's like in college, everybody is good. Like, you know, in high school, it's like 1 person, 2 person. The rest is like, all right. So, like maybe one high school got like 1 good player.
Mm-hmm.
But like in college, like everybody's good. So you got put in the work. Like it don't matter. Like everybody's gonna compete. Everybody like on the team is like can play. So
another thing,
like, just the learning the system. And then having to like go from like class to like study hard and the rest of the things you gotta do. But I mean, like at the end of the day, when I went to Coach Frank, he was like, if you get some rebounds and forget the system, I'm gonna play you. So I started grabbing them rebounds. He started playing me.
Yeah.
There we go.
Another thing I wanted to ask you, how was that Final Four run? I know we caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, man. That year, up to that year, that was like the most fun that year was the most fun I ever had in basketball.
I'm sure.
It was crazy. From the beginning to the end, it was just crazy. I remember the beginning of that year, he's like, I come back to Jersey and like work out with my coach. And yeah, like the same thing we've been doing, like wake in the morning and like working out on the 2 weeks off that we get from school.
Mm-hmm.
So during the summer putting out work. When I come, like in the middle of this that work, like I start doing like running and shit, and I pulled my hamstring, and like when we went back to school, like it was like you gotta rest for like until it gets back together, it gets back better. So like, and during that time we went to Costa Rica to play the national team. I remember, and like all that time it was like I was coaching the our teams and all that. Like I was having fun. I was like in vacation. And then we came back, and then we won all the games over there. And then we came back. We like I started getting better, get back to practice, and like that's how we started like playing. And like we started playing like we was a family. And then like we won like couple like beginning of the tournaments, like in the beginning of the season and all that. So like all that thing was we were just winning and winning and winning. Then like by the end of the season, like we get to conference play, like mid conference play, we like all tired. Like we get to barely to the end, we started saying like, man, like we worked so hard in the summer, like, and then we played so hard that our bodies like, yo man, let's just finish like the rest of the games and take a break. Like, we all like, nah, let's finish these last games and take a break and like chill. And then that's how we finished the season. And then like we get beat in the first round of the SEC tournament. And like we take a little break, and then like we heard that like we was in the tournament. So we went and had a watch party with the whole team together. And then the coach and all that. Since we were supposed to make it the year before, but didn't. So this year, like we got a watch party, and like we come like 7th seed. We all happy and all that. We took a break and all that, and then like the school started talking like, yo, like we made it to the tournament in like a couple years, and now like if we like the school, everybody wanted us to win at least one game.
Yeah.
So we traveling to I think we was north to South Carolina or some Greenville, I think. Yeah. So we traveling over there. We all talking. We have a group chat. We talking like, man, like just one game, like if we can one game, and like we don't care if we get beat after that and go home. We start playing, and like during that time it became just about having fun. We start playing. We like, oh man, we can really win one game. Like in halftime, we like, yo, we can really win this game because we was terrified and played like bad offense and still wasn't the game. We was like 5 or something. That's how second half we come and start turning up. And like from there it was just over. Like we won that game, and then we was like, listen, we got nothing to lose. Like just have fun with the next game. And then we just kept having fun. And then every time it was like we win 1, 2, and then we gotta come back on campus for the weekend. So when we come back, everybody like, whoa, like have fun. And like we come back to school and like everybody is happy. Like I'm talking about everybody from the teachers, everybody.
Yeah, you're a hero at that point.
Definitely.
Everybody is happy. So we come back and then go to school and like stuff like that. And then we go back during the week, Monday and stuff, and then come back. It was like that for like a couple months. Like when we come back and like everybody is happy that we won and come back, and it's crazy. And I mean, even after we lost at the Final Four, like the school like was still crazy. Like the year after, for my junior year, everybody was still mentioning that. Like, it was just crazy.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Definitely. So speaking of NCAA, how do you feel about all these new rules and they're starting to talk about paying players for their likeness and all that stuff now? How do you feel about that? I mean, it's long overdue, of course, but how you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's a good choice, man. The players gotta be paying college because, I mean, even from like coming from Frank, like it's a work. Like players really work from 8 to like 10 every day. So it's only right that they get help for
something.
Yeah. So y'all filling out them stands every day, and
get nothing.
Yeah, get nothing. So I want to transition to NBA. How did you feel when you weren't drafted? Did you think you were going to get drafted? Did you kind of expect it? What were your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I'm a guy that's always like got confidence in himself, so I always bet on myself. So I definitely thought I was gonna get drafted. It don't matter like if it was gonna be high second round or like late second round. In my head, I was gonna get drafted, and so I wasn't my coach again. And I was watching, and he worked for a long time that day, so he went out in bed early. And I mean, I'm watching the draft, and like that's probably the first time that I watched the draft from the start to the end.
Definitely.
Like all the years I came, I was like, yo, I want to be in the draft. Every time the draft was going on, I was always in the gym, like working with him.
Yep.
Like I was always in the gym, be like, I know I want to be there. So like while people watching him, I'm working. So that was the first time I watched the whole thing, and I woke up like I was watching the whole thing, and it was taking forever. And I end up like going to my room and like put it on the TV just so I can watch it from there, because I was like I never, so like I said, that was the first time I never thought that was like this long.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the whole thing till like 3 at the end of the draft. I was like, man, like I really thought that at least, I mean, having confidence in myself that I was gonna get drafted.
Yeah.
And then thought about like every people back home that was watching, because of like time difference and stuff. People had to take off from work because they wanted to hear my name getting called in the draft. So I was thinking about all the people back home that was like watching, like, man, they didn't hear my name getting called. And then my phone rang, and like I fell asleep. And then I woke up again like after a little bit, and then I saw a message from Miami talking about like, we want you to come play for the summer league. I was happy because that's all I wanted. I just wanted a chance.
Yeah,
definitely.
When I received that call, I was like, I started crying, and my coach just walking in the room, having to walk in the room, and that's a special moment we got together. Like he started crying because he was happy that I had a chance. He knew that's the only thing I wanted.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just been like keep working, proving people that belong to the league and all that. And I mean, it was a long wait, but by January, finally got like the chance I had to like sign a regular NBA contract and learning and playing with the best of them.
That's dope. I wanted to ask you, Chris, so what is a typical, I would say, an average day for you, NBA day?
NBA day? You like during the season?
Yeah, during the season.
A game day, like I mean, a regular practice day or regular, yeah, is basically like say like say we got to practice around 12, so I probably gotta lift like hour and 30 before, so I probably gotta lift at around 11, 10:30. So I'd be there around 8.
Okay.
I'd be there around 8, 8:30, so I can start getting like treatment on my body, like massage, like hip activating and stuff like that. And then like do some warm up things like stretching before I hit the weight room, and then I hit the weight room and start lifting until like say 11:30, and then when I finish lifting, I go straight up and like wait for practice. If practice at 12 or 1, and then do like a little workout before practice, like, and then practice time, everybody come up, we practicing for like whatever long it is, and then at the end do a little workout, and then maybe get out of there probably around 2:30, and then after that it was just going to the house, or I mean the hotel at the time, and just like have the rest of the day to like recover and watch film or whatever you got to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you? So it seems like the college day is more of a time constraint.
Yeah, man.
And the
When,
NBA,
when
you
I
get
got
more
to,
free time.
yeah, you like it's like the college days without the schoolwork.
Yeah, that's a difference
Like,
maker for sure.
you appreciate like, man, I've been working like crazy in college and wasn't like getting no dollars or whatever. It's like I appreciate like when you hear you like, man, now like I can't do whatever I want to do with love and work harder because I actually get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely.
But you know, so it's like actually make you appreciate like playing basketball and all that.
It seems like the South Carolina days got you ready for the Miami days as far as with the coaching. Because I know you know Frank Martin's tough, and I know Pat Riley and those guys, they're tough. They don't play around down
Yeah,
there.
he's definitely like being back to South Carolina playing with them because uh, the culture is the same. It's like South Carolina was a school of culture, like Miami is like a team of culture. So the culture is the same, defense and all that. So when I came here, I felt like I was in South Carolina all over again, but just with schoolwork.
Yeah, and you playing with two champion. I mean, you playing under, if you count Coach Riley and Coach Bo, and those two championship coaches. So
Yeah,
when they you know, when they talk, people listen. You know.
yeah. A lot of people got respect those guys. So I'm here with the best. Like everything from the instant I stepped in Miami, everything they was doing was about championship. So
Yeah.
like everything is like have a championship caliber team, championship conditioning, championship everything. Like a champion is that's all we've been talking about. So.
Yeah. And I look at you, and I know even from when you came over from Gabon, I mean, that's a short amount of time that you work to learn the language. You work to kind of learn the, you know, plays and things like that. You work to get adjusted to Coach Martin's system versus, you know, your system in high school. And, you know, I can see you improving drastically. I look at a guy that's on your team, Bam, who kind of came out the gates slow, and now he's an all-star.
Yep.
Do you look at him and kind of look at his work ethic, and what's your relationship with him?
I mean, we cool, you know. I actually play Bam and not for a long time, but like I actually played him in college, and I mean, we was cool back then, and like I just look at him like my type of player, you know, versatile player.
Yep.
That's playing the big spot, but you know he's not like 7 feet. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and the way Miami is using him is like he's kind of showing me that I got stuff to learn. You know what I'm saying? And like I mean, over time I can give me the idea that over time I can become player like Ben, a versatile big, which can be used for big and small ball. So
Yeah, because he could pass the ball well, play out of the high post well. So that's
yeah,
what when I saw his trajectory of like, starting off a little slow and becoming an all-star really quickly, and your work ethic, I could see that happen for you as hard as you work. Jamar was telling me you wake up, you run your miles, and you really get it in. So
yeah,
I could see that. I could see you improving drastically once you learn that. So I'll be looking forward to see that.
Definitely. You know what it seems too? It seems like not getting drafted and going to Miami is a blessing in disguise because you went to the right team for you, and your team, it seems like it's a good mix of vets and young guys too. So it's like you got a lot of vets that's helping you guys out, and you got all the young bulls out there doing their thing. So I think it's a good fit. How you feel about that too? You feel the same?
yeah, man. I feel like it was definitely a mix, a big mix of young and vets because we got you can't say a team like the Memphis Grizzlies, which got almost
Yeah,
like
all young guys.
and you can't see that they're good, but they don't have the mentorship, the leadership of the veterans and stuff. So, example for me, like UD and like a lot of vets, like since I got a lot of big man vets, like, they've been talking to me and like I've been learning and watching and had a chance to that UD play for my college coach, which was his high school coach. So
Okay.
we really like know the style and then the culture. You know what I'm saying? So he just and UD was undrafted like me, so I'm basically walking his shadow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to the path that you already been to. So I need to learn from him to know like how I can do 17 years like him. So I basically during games I was talking to him, like asking questions, and like just try to pick his brains. You know,
Yeah.
and like still pigeon on his books. So I mean I talked on Myers and like all the vets. So yeah, they're really good guys. Like Gogi, like they people that when I go in the second team, like I play most of the time with Gogi. So we most of the time talking about like ball, like what I need to do for now, like how it was for him. And I sat down too with Jimmy, and unexpectedly he opened up to me and like told me how he didn't play to his third year and stuff like that. So it made me realize that I mean, like man, I wasn't drafted, but I touched the floor a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I touched the floor more than a lot of people in the second that got drafted in the second round. So
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Because
man, I was just thinking about that man, I'm lucky to even be in the NBA right now. So what I'm playing for. So
definitely that Jimmy comparison talking to you as well, because I'm a Bull fan. So I remember when Jimmy first came to the Bulls and how he worked to become who he is. So I can see how you guys are very parallel into that. I can see you taking that same trajectory.
yeah.
And then Chris, I don't want to. You can answer this how you want. What are your thoughts on playing in the bubble?
Well, I mean, to me, it's like it's basically first year guys, rookies. It depends on a player like me that wasn't drafted that just like just starting to hit my first contract. Like we need, I'm saying we need that money. You know,
Yeah.
It's different. It's different from like people that been here for 12 years, 10 years, that got the money, you know, they can say, listen, I don't want to play, and it's not gonna affect them.
Right.
But us, I just try to adjust to being like an NBA player and like start like moving the houses and all that. That just start building. They're like their career. Like
Yep.
we can't afford to like you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, you don't have that leverage.
Yeah, we got to play so we can keep getting our money so we can be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
All right. So our last session, we call it rapid fire. We're just gonna ask you a question. It'll be a random question, and we just look for answers. So take a couple, nothing too crazy. Take a couple seconds to answer. All right. So I got the first one. Would you rather win a Defensive Player of the Year or become an All-Star?
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I know you had that in South Carolina, so I thought that was
that was one. That was a special one because Frank being known from being a defensive coach, like all these players like that he had till now, like till that year, never won like Defensive Player of the Year. So I was the first one. So when he told me that he always wanted to be have a player that won Defensive Player of the Year, like it was a pride thing, man.
Gotcha. All right.
So, all right. I have one. Who was the first player in the NBA that gave you a bucket?
That gave me a bucket.
Yeah, the first one. You were like, wow. The first person.
That gave me a bucket. Oh, man. You gave me a bucket. I remember.
It could be practice, too. It could be anybody. Like, when you first, suited up and you about to play, it could be in a game or it could be in practice because, you were learning then, too,
Like, the first NBA. I don't remember that.
All right.
Like, because even during the summer, we was sometimes playing pickup with, all the NBA players.
You know what I do? I rephrase that. Who was the first player that made you realize that you are in the NBA? Like you knew how good he was, like skill-wise. The first person you said, wow.
Drummond.
Drummond? Okay.
Yeah, Drummond. I would say Drummond or AD. AD.
Oh, yeah. Well, those some good guys there.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. What is your biggest achievement in basketball, you would say?
Biggest achievement in basketball? Probably make it to the league.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fair answer.
Where I come from, there's only two people that made it from to the league. Somebody else and me. That's it. That's it.
So funny. I thought about that too. I was going to ask you about that as well. There's only two people.
That's it.
All right,
only two people.
I have another question, a lighter question. What's your favorite sneaker to hoop in?
Favorite sneaker? I like playing Nikes. But
any Nike?
I used to love KDs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Kyrie's.
Okay.
All right. What do you listen to pregame? Who's your what's on your playlist? So you got on there?
Man, I got a lot of music from back home.
Okay.
And I listen same thing everybody else listen to. Some of Roddy Rich, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I got my last one. It's not about basketball, but what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? It had to be between Space Jam and Coach Carter, but I will go with Coach Carter.
Coach Carter. Wow.
Coach Carter.
Yeah. I remember I was watching it back home. I downloaded it on the computer and watched it. And it was the first basketball movie I ever watched, and I loved it. Coach Carter probably it.
That's dope. All right, well, Chris, thanks for joining us, man. Hopefully everything goes well out there in Orlando. You stay safe and all of that. You want to shout out your social media?
I mean, y'all can find me at Chris Silva, Coreiay Silva, and I mean, give my man the wise man a shout out too, my man Jamal, man.
Yeah, shout out to Jamar.
Yeah, good looking, Jamal.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up. You can catch us on Spotify at the Great Minds Podcast, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube at the Great Minds Podcast. Salute to Chris for joining
Appreciate
us.
you, Chris.
We appreciate you. And thanks for checking us out. Peace.